So I've decided to make a series of videos on how to build these lures. This is a 5-inch topwater bait wired through construction, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to make these. From wood selection, churning the baits, drilling, weighting, applying epoxy, and pretty much just everything I know about building lures. This one's actually painted by Lawrence Whelan. It's a 6 3/4 inch, about 3 ounces. And these smaller ones are 5 inches, like 1.8 ounce. They're pretty light. And all my baits are made with Alaskan yellow cedar, Gamakatsu hooks, and I'll start a series on everything you need to know. So if you want to learn how to build some lures, subscribe. What are you eating? There we go. Get that in there nice and tight. There we go. When you're turning the lure, you want it to be on the highest speed. And I got this lathe from Harbor Freight. I think it's like $200. You could probably get it cheaper with coupons and stuff like that, but it's a pretty good lathe. I've had no real issues with it. Make sure you have safety glasses and a respirator. This is the shape it wants here. All these tools I'm using, I got them at Harbor Freight. Fire grit. And that is the basic shape of a Papa Pig ruler. Time to drill straight through this bait. And with that, we're going to use the lathe and a drill choke. There's an item number. This was also bought at Harbor Freight, so you can get the lathe, all this stuff there. And I'm going to use this drill bit. I got this at Home Depot. I think it was like $3. It's 5 and 5/30 seconds. You probably can't see that. but this size drill bit is perfect for the size wire and stuff that I use, and the grommets and all that stuff fit perfectly with this size bit. And when you're doing this process, you're going to want to have this on the slowest speed and just slowly work this bait. Just push this about a little over halfway through the bait, and then you'll flip it. So I'm going to turn the speed down on this lathe real quick. Alright, I have it at the lowest speed, and you just use these center holes so it'll guide it straight. And just slowly give it speed, just a little bit of pressure. And it'll start going. You don't want to go too fast, because then the bit will start churning off to the side and you won't have a center hole. Back it off. I use just an old toothbrush and clean off the bit. And then just flip it and do the other side. And there it goes. I use these old hangers. I get them from work for my uniform, so I have an endless supply of these. Just cut this off. This isn't the wire I use when I finish the bait off. This is just to clean out the hole. And I also use these to hang these on my rotisserie wheel when I'm applying epoxy. I'll just slide a couple baits on it. I'll show you in another video later. Just clean out all this. Then you should be able to see straight through this. Probably not. But it's straight through. On to the next step. Okay. We turned the wood. We drilled the hole through. Now we have to figure out when this hits water, which way is it going to float. So how I do that is get your wire, and I kind of just play around with it and see if there's anything, if there's a certain way that the bait wants to go. And this is pretty centered. This is a pretty good center through hole, so it's not going to really matter, especially after we add the little bit of weight that goes on the bottom. So I'm just going to mark the top. Right here. Let's make the top. And then what I'll do is mark the bottom. It's pretty good. So just kind of eyeball the center of the bait. You don't have to go all the way, just a little over halfway. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna drill the hole where the hook's gonna come out. And all my baits are about an inch and a half. What the shit, I don't know. 1.5 inches is where I have it on these 5-inch baits. The bigger baits, I believe they're 2 inches. Center's 2 inches, yeah. These are the big 6 3/4 inch. Smaller baits, I have them at 1.5. So put this up against the lid. 1.5. There we go. And the drill bit I use a 5/16. The belly grommet will fit right in there perfectly with a 5/16. You'll kind of have to hammer it in. It'll be a tight fit, which is what you want. You don't want that thing falling out, so I found 5/16 is a good fit. Put it in there. So when I drill it through, I'll feel it punch through the center hole. And once it hits that, I'll probably drill it in another like 1/16 of an inch. So that's gonna be the hole for the hook. And with my baits, I put a little bit of weight right here under the hook. Because when I found when I don't have weight, when they walk, they'll roll a lot more. With the weight, they come back a lot faster, and it's just the hooks will stay down below. So this is the drill bit I use. It's a 1/2 inch. So that's where I'm going to put the weight right there. I already have the weight all figured out. The amount of weight, where I place it. When you guys build your baits, depending on your size of your bait, you'll have to play around with the weight just to see how you like the action of it. I have these down to where the exact way I want them to walk. They're a nice glide, big walk. So you guys will have to figure that. So this. That'll be just enough for the weight to go in, and then cover it after with the epoxy. Hook, weight. Now all we have to do is drill out the eyes and the tail weight.